The story begins with a guy named Mike trying to sell some liquor to a bar owner named Randy. To make it seem like his product is in demand, he brings his brother Dave along to pretend he's just a random customer asking for good booze. Randy knows these two well and is familiar with their usual tricks. Even though he's on to them, he ends up buying 3 cases from them anyway. Mike and Dave are not your typical responsible adults. They're wild, immature party lovers who always manage to mess things up. Their parents, Bert and Rosie, call them over for a serious meeting. Also present are their sister Jeannie and her fiancé Eric. Bert shows them a slideshow filled with all the disasters the brothers caused at family events. From lighting fireworks dangerously to causing a girl to fall off a roof and hurt herself. He tells them this time, for Jeannie's upcoming wedding in Hawaii, they must bring proper, respectable dates. The brothers aren't thrilled about this idea, but they agree because they love their sister. We are then introduced to 2 women, Alice and her best friend Tatiana. They cheat a cab driver out of his fare and head to their waitress jobs at a bar. Alice gets into an argument with her ex-fiancé over the phone, and Tatiana has to step in. Things get worse when Alice gets drunk, jumps on a table, and dances, leading both women to get fired from their jobs. At home, it's clear Alice is heartbroken over being left at the altar. Tatiana encourages her to stop feeling sorry for herself and go out on an adventure. Meanwhile, Mike and Dave post an online ad looking for classy dates to bring to Hawaii. The offer of a free trip gets them hundreds of responses. The brothers go through tons of interviews but can't find anyone who seems respectable, and one of the applicants is even a creepy guy in disguise. Their search isn't going well. Eventually, they are invited on a popular talk show, where they explain their mission to find decent dates for their sister's wedding. Alice and Tatiana happen to watch the show and decide that this trip is exactly the kind of wild adventure they need. They clean up, put on proper clothes, and go out to find the brothers. When they spot them outside a restaurant, Tatiana literally throws herself in front of a moving car to get their attention. Alice rushes in screaming for help, and Mike, thinking it's an emergency, tries to perform CPR on Tatiana. After the chaos settles, the 2 pairs go out for drinks and get to know each other. Alice pretends to be a hedge fund manager, and Tatiana claims she's a schoolteacher. Mike and Dave are impressed and think they've finally found the perfect girls. They ask the ladies to join them in Hawaii, and of course the answer is yes. Soon, everyone arrives in Hawaii. Alice and Tatiana quickly win over the entire family with their charm and manners. Mike notices his cousin Terry, who he's always been competitive with, flirting with Tatiana. Meanwhile, the ladies convince Jeannie and Eric to go on an exciting ATV ride in the jungle, in the same area where a famous dinosaur movie was filmed. Mike and Dave had planned to take them swimming with dolphins, but the idea gets changed. They all hop on their ATVs and race around. Alice and Tatiana impress everyone with their fearless riding. Mike, not wanting to be outdone, decides to ride down a steep slope even though Eric and Dave warn him not to. He loses control of the vehicle and ends up hitting Jeannie in the face with one of the ATV wheels. Her face is badly bruised, and the accident puts a damper on the fun. Feeling guilty for the accident, Alice offers to take Jeannie to the spa to help her relax. There, they meet Becky, the maid of honor, who unintentionally makes Jeannie feel more anxious. The stress builds up until Jeannie yells at everyone in the spa. To help, Alice gives money to a masseuse and asks him to give Jeannie the best massage ever. The masseuse goes above and beyond, even getting naked and giving Jeannie such a pleasurable massage that it ends with her having an orgasm. Mike walks in at the worst possible moment and screams in shock. He then heads to the sauna where he finds Tatiana in a compromising position with cousin Terry. She's touching Terry in exchange for concert tickets. Mike is horrified. He confronts Tatiana, who accidentally reveals that she and Alice saw the brothers on TV and lied just to get the free trip. Shocked and upset, Mike runs to find his brother Dave. Meanwhile, Dave and Alice are having a peaceful walk. Dave opens up about wanting to write a graphic novel and even shows Alice some of his drawings. Alice shares the pain she felt when her fiancé left her. Just as they begin to grow closer, Mike interrupts and pulls Dave aside to tell him everything he discovered. Dave doesn't want to believe it and thinks Mike is just making it up. That evening, the family gets together for the rehearsal dinner. Jeannie thanks Alice for the amazing spa experience and admits how stressed she's been. To help her unwind, Alice offers her some ecstasy. Without realizing Jeannie has never taken drugs before. Jeannie agrees, and the two end up stripping down and freeing horses from their stable. Dave finds them tripping, and now he knows Mike was telling the truth all along. At the dinner, Mike decides to get revenge on Terry by putting eye drops in her drink to make her sick, a prank he copied from a comedy movie. As she goes on stage for a stand-up performance, Dave stops Mike and scolds him. They start arguing, unaware that their microphones are still on. Their fight is heard by everyone at the dinner as they reveal all the trouble they've caused during the trip. Dave calls Mike a screw-up, and Mike keeps trying to fight him, only to get punched in the face each time. Eric, who overhears everything, confronts Jeannie about the massage. Still under the effects of the drug, she tells him she sometimes finds him a bit boring. Hurt and frustrated, Eric decides to call off the wedding. As everyone packs to go home, guilt starts to kick in. Mike and Dave feel awful for destroying their sister's big day, and Alice and Tatiana realize how selfish they've been. They all rush to apologize to Jeannie and Eric. But their non-stop foolishness finally pushes Eric over the edge, and he explodes with anger. Surprisingly, he proves he's not as dull as everyone thought. He reveals that he bought hot air balloon tickets for him and Jeannie to travel around the world, even though he's terrified of heights. This bold move wins Jeannie back, and they decide to go ahead with the wedding after all. With the clock ticking, Mike, Dave, Alice, and Tatiana work hard to pull together a last-minute wedding ceremony. They manage to find a venue and gather the families. Bert and Rosie are shocked but impressed that their sons actually pulled it off. After the wedding, Mike offers Tatiana a job helping him sell liquor since Dave is going to focus on his graphic novel dream. She agrees. Dave and Alice, now a couple, share a romantic moment together. That night, the brothers perform a song for their sister. Alice and Tatiana join in, and they all sing a party anthem together. Of course, the celebration wouldn't be complete without fireworks, which go off all around the party, causing a little chaos once again. The story ends with Mike and Tatiana sneaking off to the horse stables for some private time.